Well, guys, I only have one word for this. Wow. I built 25 double chests of black concrete powder that we crafted. So what is that? Roughly 86,000 approximately. And we used all but about 3,000 of it. Now, we're not done yet. That was just placing the powder because the goal is to remove the glass behind it. Well, when I remove the glass, some of this will convert to all black. I want it black. I want it pitch freaking black. So let me get my water buckets and let's go. All right. Well, guys, I got to tell you, this was incredible. Over 83,000 black concrete powder. And I apologize, I didn't have the video of turning the powder into concrete for whatever reason. The replay mod stopped recording and just failed to record all of it. So unfortunately, we don't have that. But I got to tell you, I wasn't sure if having black concrete or powder, which one's going to be better. And by far, I'm so glad I decided to go ahead and turn this into concrete because obviously once I did, there was no going back. So let me just kind of come on up here just to show you where we're at. So we made a lot of progress here in a short period of time. And looking at this, this just looks too cool. So what's the next stage? Well, when we built this tower or this hole in the ground, obviously we had to use something to block the walls off so we could clear the water. And that was a glass. So now the glass is all going to come out. And the goal is, I said I've decided to make this my slime fun base. And I'm going to stretch myself in terms of creative building. In other words, what we're going to do, once the glass is gone on the backside, we're going to pretend that like the slime fun factory, right, will have some kind of machine that's the and there's going to be okay, let's back up here. On the walls, we're going to, on each one of these really wide sections, we're going to put one of the androids from Slime Fun on all four of those. And in theory, they kind of suck the goo or the slime out of the base. And what'll happen is it'll get deposited in here in the water, but it's going to build up, right? So we'll do some green concrete, some lime, some stained glass, whatever, slime blocks, and then it'll eventually ooze over the top all the way around this to some extent and start to drip down the walls, including possibly hitting some of the androids. So, you know, if you look at my build, I'm very symmetrical. I'm very, I don't freestyle things. I don't like Good Time with Scar is insanely great at stuff like that. That is not stuff I do. I am very, predictable by the numbers, even all the way around. I mean, the base itself is something different, but it's not. I think you get what I'm talking about. Is I don't tend to build non-symmetrical, non-consistent items, and so this will be the first in a while that I've tried to do something like that. Now, in order to do it, though, I need a lot of slime. And actually, since we've last toured the base, we actually had to create a channel just to get down because I've barricaded everything to place all that concrete. So what we're going to do, we've just kind of extended this wall to get to the villagers and all the farming and all that. But down here, we added, since everybody's last been here, a vanilla slime farm. And actually, you know what? I'll go on a spectator here. And you guys are probably all familiar with this, right? You create a layer every 5 blocks or so, and then you have an iron golem here who aggravates the slime. They start coming towards him, and eventually what happens, like this big guy here, well, little guy, he's trying to make his way over to the iron golem, and he's just standing like, yeah, come on, buddy, do your best. Oh, you're dead. And so through all of that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need about 4 double chests to get everything that I need for this build. Well, this is where I'm at, and this includes a lot of AFKing. So I've realized I need to go make sure all the caves around here are lit up, and I know they're not. A good chunk of them are, but we have a ways to go. This just comes out down here, so I really have 2 ways to get into there. And this is, so you can see where we're at. This is coming over into here. So it's really challenging me to try to figure out how we're going to do this um, with what's going to overflow. I clearly need a lot more slime blocks to finish this project. To make it look good, I'm going to have to get some, like I said, some green, some lime concrete built up, some glass. Try to figure out how we're going to make all this look and work. But oops, boy, might help if I walk through my own. Maybe I should take that door out. And then here we're going to make a major change. We're going to pull the villager breeder out of here. I took a look behind, I think it's that wall, and there's more than enough room. And so what I'll do is I'll just have the villagers come out the wall and actually go this way, work the way all the way around. As I kill them and need to replace it, I can feed them because this just doesn't look right. All right, it takes away from the view, and not only that, I get this big annoying bridge that they come off to start circulating around. So I guess step one, remove the glass. Step two, get our materials. Step three, build one of the most challenging and hopefully creative bases I've ever done when it comes to detailed decoration. Because, like I said, even when I've gotten creative with base build ideas, and this is for sure one that's challenged me a lot, this one is going to be one of the hardest in terms of making it look realistic, like slime is actually flowing over the top, how far it's going to drool down. I also need to get rid of these beacons too. So let me get to work. We'll be back and get. So all the glass has finally been removed. Didn't keep track of how many, but still quite a bit. It took a long time. Thank goodness for aqua affinity and respiration. All right, so now it's time to, we're going to start just by putting up the slime fun androids on the four walls. I don't have enough actual slime blocks yet to get going with the creative build. I also need to, I'm either going to have to use sea lanterns, which I've got plenty of. My other thought for lighting up the slime was using frog lights, but I'm leaning heavily towards the sea lanterns because one, I have them in sufficient quantities, but two, I think they're going to have a little bit more of that green hue that we want to shine through the slime, whether it's in the water or down on the ground. So let me get started. Wow, man, I tell you, to get this far so far has been incredible. We've got all the androids up. We've got the wall done. We've got the glass removed. I don't have enough slime built up yet to start decorating the wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that build up for a while. And the next video we're going to start working on actually, instead of the walls being decorated, because I need at least another full double chest. Instead, we're going to tackle the floor. Walking around on bedrock like this has been a little challenging, and so apparently I also have some vine growth too. We're going to have a variant that we're going to put on this floor. First I thought about doing a gradient. I'd actually have done gradient floors starting on the center and working all the way up, but instead we're going to take four different style deep slates. We're going to use cobbled, polished tiles, bricks, and then of all things on a floor we're actually going to use glowstone to light it up. I thought about sea lanterns. The white and the green don't mix well with the black, at least in my opinion in that case. So we're going to keep a blackish floor with the glowstones to stop mob spawning. And I've got a plugin I put on here that allows me to put the items in my hotbar and it's going to randomly pick it. So all I've got to do is get one row started and then I can simply just run back and forth and fill this in real quick. So that's going to be the next big project. Okay, that's a spawner up there. Had me concerned for a minute. All right. Well, anyways, guys, appreciate your watching and support. And comments, questions below, please. And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. But as always, when you're playing Minecraft, you've got to go boomer or you got to go home. We'll see you later.